Jack Reacher muscles his way to a meaty debut on Prime Video's streaming chart. Jack Reacher is back with a bang on Prime Video, and despite some gripes about his previous outing, Season 3 is packing a punch for Alan Ritchson's Mercenary. Based once again on Lee Child's novels, this time the 2003 book Persuader, Reacher's long-awaited return has done what was expected and nabbed the coveted top spot on Prime Video's chart with ease. While Amazon has yet to release any official numbers, it is clear that Reacher is just as formidable in his streaming performance as his one-on-one on-screen altercations. Where earlier interpretations of the Drifter, namely in 2 movies starring Tom Cruise, relied on cinematic spectacle, the expanded TV show format allows a much deeper dive into the character of Jack Reacher, and it is one that fans have flocked to in their millions. Having finally been given a version of Reacher who is an accurate embodiment of Child's creation, they are not willing to let him go just yet, and demand for Season 4 is already beginning despite Season 3 still having a long way to go. There is no denying that at the center of Reacher's success is the man-mountain that is Alan Ritchson, who was born to play the role of Jack Reacher, delivering a performance that utilizes his imposing build and physical abilities to their highest potential. Critics and fans alike have heaped praise on Ritchson's resemblance to the literary version of Reacher, and the latest season debuted with a Tomatometer score of 100%. Season 3 of Reacher has taken no time to leave its mark on the Prime Video chart, and if there is one thing that a top spot debut does, that is to ease along any potential renewals that could be on the cards. As one of the streamer's biggest shows, in every sense, it is hard to imagine that there are several more seasons of Reacher to come. Having watched Season 2 score a record-breaking debut in 2023, there was a lot of expectation for the new season to continue the show's success. Season 1 received almost unanimous praise from both critics and audiences, but Season 2 took a little bit of a dip in opinion. Season 3 has taken no time at all to address those issues and seemingly steady the ship immediately. Ritchson has made it clear on several occasions that he wants to play Reacher for a long time to come, and you are the person signing off on new seasons, you probably wouldn't want to make the man angry by saying no, would you? Fans can catch the first 3 episodes of Season 3 on Prime Video now, and for those still to check it out, the opening episode synopsis reads, in Maine, Reacher witnesses the attempted kidnapping of college student Richard Beck and intervenes. After accepting a job offer from Beck's father, Zachary, Reacher finds himself in a world filled with criminals, DEA agents, and a foe from his past. When Jack Reacher steps off the Greyhound bus into the sleepy town of Margrave, Georgia, he brings with him more than just a toothbrush and a mysterious past. He brings the storm. For longtime fans of Lee Child's Titanic Drifter or newcomers looking for a new action obsession, Reacher on Prime Video delivers a knockout debut. A mountain of muscle and menace, Reacher doesn't just walk into town, he claims it. And Alan Ritchson, in the title role, doesn't so much play Reacher as he embodies him. Forget what you thought you knew from the Tom Cruise-led films. This is Reacher as the novels intended, 6'5", 250 pounds, and every inch of him a problem for the bad guys. The physicality of justice. Jack Reacher doesn't use words when fists will do, and in Reacher, those fists do a lot of talking. Ritchson, a former football player and superhero actor, brings both the bulk and the brutality. Watching him on screen is like watching a lion prowl through a world full of rabbits, confident, calm, and completely capable of ripping someone apart in the blink of an eye. From the first fight scene in a diner where Reacher dispatches multiple opponents with surgical precision to the slow, tense build-up before each showdown, every movement is deliberate. The action is meaty, grounded, and impactful. Bones crunch. Blood flies. And Reacher never cracks a smile. A return to grit. What sets Reacher apart in a world full of slick, CGI-heavy action shows is its commitment to grounded storytelling. This isn't a superhero saga wrapped in tactical gear. This is a stripped-down, pulse-pounding detective story with a hero who'd rather break your nose than give a speech. The show takes its time. It lets you feel the weight of Reacher's presence. When he walks into a room, people notice. Not just because he's physically imposing, but because of the silence that follows. Reacher doesn't talk unless there's something to say. And when he does speak, you listen. Margrave, the fictional Georgia town where the first season unfolds, oozes small-town charm with a thick undercurrent of rot. Something is wrong here, and Reacher intends to dig it up, one buried secret at a time. Built like the book, one of the most rewarding things about this adaptation is how faithful it is to the source material. Lee Child's debut novel, Killing Floor, provides the bones, and showrunner Nick Santorum knows exactly how to flesh it out. The plot unravels like a taut thriller, pulling the audience deeper into corruption, murder, and old family sins. The dialogue is lean, the pacing precise. Every scene builds tension. And at the center of it all is Reacher, a man with no home, no phone, and no tolerance for injustice. He's not out to save the world, just to right the wrong in front of him, then vanish like a shadow. Supporting cast, solid steel. While Richson is the undeniable gravitational force, the supporting cast earns their stripes. Willa Fitzgerald's Roscoe is tough, sharp, and more than a sidekick. She's a fully formed character who pushes back against Reacher's stone-faced pragmatism. Malcolm Goodwin as Oscar Finley, the Harvard School detective, adds a cool intellectual foil to Reacher's brutal intuition. Their chemistry is organic, their banter smart without being forced. This is a show that knows when to punch and when to pause. When Reacher opens up even just a little, the emotional beats land as hard as the fight scenes. A hero for the hollow times. In an era of gray morality and compromised protagonists, Reacher stands tall, literally and figuratively, as a throwback to classic heroism. He doesn't lie. He doesn't cheat. He doesn't need a badge or a cape. His code is simple: protect the innocent, punish the guilty, and never let a bully walk away unscathed. There's something deeply satisfying about that clarity, especially in a world full of noise. Reacher's justice is raw and unapologetic. He doesn't ask permission. He doesn't play politics. He just acts. And in doing so, he reminds us what action heroes used to be. Not tortured anti-heroes or reluctant saviors, but juggernauts of righteousness. Reacher isn't interested in redemption. He is the reckoning. Muscling into Prime's Hall of Fame, with its first season already generating buzz and building a devoted fan base, Reacher has planted its flag firmly in Prime Video's elite lineup. It's the kind of show that sneaks up on you. You start watching for the action, stay for the mystery, and finish the season wanting more. It's addictive, brutal, and strangely comforting in its straightforwardness. This isn't just another streaming series. This is Prime's answer to the Jack Ryan-type thrillers, but with more knuckles and less negotiation. The verdict: Reacher doesn't reinvent the genre. It doesn't have to. Instead, it muscles its way into our screens and our imaginations with the sheer force of character. It's sharp, slick, and unrelenting. Every punch has weight. Every stare has meaning. And every minute is a reminder that Jack Reacher is not the kind of man you forget. Whether you're a die-hard fan of the books or just looking for something gritty and satisfying to binge, Reacher is the kind of show that grabs you by the collar and doesn't let go. One thing's for sure, the man's back. And this time, he's exactly the size he's supposed to be. Let me know if you want a shorter version, a different tone, or something more playful. Slick and unrelenting. Every punch has weight. Every stare has meaning. And every minute is a reminder that Jack Reacher is not the kind of man you forget. Whether you're a die-hard fan of the books or just looking for something gritty and satisfying to binge, Reacher is the kind of show that grabs you by the collar and doesn't let go. One thing's for sure, the man's back. And this time, he's exactly the size he's supposed to be. Let me know if you want a shorter version, a different tone, or something more playful.